we are trying to accomplish pillar number 1. We are trying to form a strategy and or system. Oh, let me check. Are we streaming? Yes, we are streaming. Okay. And just give me a second, everybody. Passion, I cannot hear you. Just give me a second. Remember, I'm streaming on 2 platforms, YouTube and the other one. Hello, time to shine. How are you? Just give me a second, everybody. Miguel, hello. Okay, we are back. So the 3 pillar strategy is number 1. We are trying to form a strategy and or a system. And lesson 15, stop loss and take profit in market structure. So this is going to be a part in this pillar. Number 2 is the risk management, and number 3, the big one, the psychology part. Remember, we are in the beginner module and the basic module. And also remember that 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. Hello VA, how are you? Hassan, hello, how are you? And everybody, the webinars are not investment or trading advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. For homeworks and or questions, you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and my LinkedIn contact. That being said, let's dive into the live charts, and we are going to open EuroCAD daily chart. We are going to open EuroCAD daily chart and custom theme. There you go. Daily chart. Okay. Hello Akos, how are you? And we are going to compress the chart, everybody. And remember, every time frame has its own structure. Okay, so this is the daily chart. And the lesson today is stop loss and take profit in market structure. Okay? And this is just an example, of course. Remember that every market, every time frame, every currency pair has its own structure. Especially every time frame has its own structure. Okay? And in some point in time, this was structure on the EuroCAD, right? And let's color code this in red and transparency, okay? And we saw that the retracement is over, right? How do you know that the retracement is over? Well, as we learned, we are going to see a change in the short-term trend. So the market was making lower lows, lower highs, and then it reversed and start making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so starting from now on, we are in an extension again. Heraldo, bom dia. How are you? Como você está? Okay, so this was the extension, and this is just a concept, everybody. Okay, so, and we are going to use what? We are going to use the counter trendline break as an entry. It's going to be black and like this and like this. Okay, and we are going to use the uptrend line. Okay, and we are going to trade, so we are going to learn where to put the stop loss and the take profit, right? And we learned if we are going to risk 1, we are going to take profit at 2, right? Okay, so this is the confirmed uptrend, end of the retracement, and let's wait for the counter trendline break. And we are going to have, okay, we're going to have, this is the trend line. Let me check just this one. here you go, there you go. I cannot break. Okay, so we are here, everybody, and we entered long based on this. Hello Santano. Murilo manda bom dia para o Brasil. Bom dia para o Brasil. Hello Annie. Hello Sigma, how are you? Ciao Giuseppe, come stai? And we entered in here. Now we have different stop loss levels, okay? So one stop loss levels is going to be 10-15 pips below our entry, and is going to be this one. The other one is going to be the uptrend line, everybody, okay? And the third is going to be the structure, okay? Now there are good points and bad points. Good point is that every stop loss is okay, and yes, thumb up, okay. And what is the problem? Let's say we are going to, and you're going to say, everybody, there is no right or wrong, but the safest place is the structure, okay? So if this is our first stop loss, and let's say we want to clone, right? We want to double it, so 1, 2. This is going to be the second. So we are going to risk 1 and we are going after 2, right? Then the second stop loss is going to be a little bit lower, and let's color code this in orange maybe, okay? And it's going to be the same. We are going to risk 1 and we are going to go after, where is the entry? Not correct, this is not correct. So our entry is going to be here. So this is the number 2. And as you can see graphically, they are totally different, right? This is going to be the second one, and clone, this is going to be the third one. And the last is the structure stop loss. Remember, all stop loss levels are okay. Talking about safety, the safest stop loss is structure. But as you can guess, we're going to have maybe a challenge to go after 2 in profit. Okay? Anyway, we entered at the same level, everybody. Now let's make a poll. Who in here wants to take stop loss number 1? Who in here wants to take stop loss number 2? And who in here wants to take stop loss number 3? So stop loss number 1 is going to be here, 15 pips below the candle. Stop loss number 2 is going to be below the uptrend line, and stop loss number 3 is going to be the structure. Remember, there is no right or wrong, don't be shy, and we are here to learn, okay? Let's make a poll. Who wants to take the stop loss number 1? Who wants to take the stop loss number 2? And who wants to take the stop loss number 3? Romar number 2, Akos number 2, Giuseppe number 2, Zuelius number 3, Hassan 2, Miguel 3, Annie 2, Vincent 3. Wow, nobody stop loss number. Don't you want a short stop loss, everybody? Roma 3, it's related to account size. No sir. No sir, VA, stop loss, it's not related. No sir, we're going to learn this. VA, listen to me, stop loss, it's not related to account size. Stop loss number 2. Everybody, we are going to learn this, okay? But I'm going to answer to VA. You can risk 1%. You can risk 1%, and I need Eddington. I don't know, Eddington, are you online? You can risk 1% on the stop loss number 1. You can risk the same 1% on stop loss number 2, and you can risk the same 1% stop loss on stop loss number 3. VA. And everybody else who is thinking that stop loss is related to account size, the answer is no. You are just going to enter with a smaller lot size. Okay, but you can still risk 1% on the stop loss number 1, the same 1% on stop loss number 2, and the same 1% on stop loss number 3. Hello Eddington. Eddington, help me please with VA. I don't want to waste any time, but VA is thinking then the stop loss is related to account size. Would you be so kind, Eddington, and explain to him how is possible that we can risk 1% on stop loss number 1, stop loss number 2? Well, I can take one too. It's a decision, Victor, you need to decide. VA, be patient, and I think Eddington is going to explain to you, okay? Stop loss, it's not related to the account size. Okay? Of course, if you have $1 VA, but we are talking about a normal account size, okay? $200, $300, $1,000, $10,000. Thank you, Eddington. Okay, so everybody set. Let's see what's going to happen. The market is moving up and sideways, and bam! Victor, stop loss number 1 was hit, everybody, and this is the uptrend line, and we are moving the stop loss accordingly to the uptrend line, everybody. We are going to move the stop loss accordingly with the uptrend line, and as you can see, everybody, okay, it's 15 pips, alright, but most likely on this smaller time frame, as you can see, also the stop loss number 2, because the stop loss number 2 goes together with the uptrend line, right? Most likely the stop loss number 2 would be hit. VA, talk to Eddington. You two can chat, okay? Eddington is going to explain you, VA. If you have any questions or if you don't understand, just ask Eddington online. You adjust your lot size. If you have a bigger stop, you just drop your lot size so that if you are not risking more than 1%. Thank you, Eddington. Okay, everybody. So, okay, yes, if you would left it here, everybody, okay, maybe your stop loss wouldn't be hit, but if you would enter here, or if you would move your stop loss, right? And again, we have another opportunity to go long, everybody. Opportunity number 2, this is the counter trend line break. The second counter trend line break, right? And we are going to move one more, 1, 2. Okay, so we can adjust our uptrend line, right? So again, we have the second opportunity, everybody, to go long, and we are going to do the same. So we are going to have this is going to be clone. Stop loss number 1 and stop loss number 2 are going to be in the same area, everybody. Why is that? Because we just adjusted the trend line. So this is going to be the stop loss number 3 and 4. We are talking about the second trade. Stop loss number 3 and 4 is going to be here. This is the second chance to enter, and the stop loss number 5 is going to be again. Why different stop loss? Because we are measuring 2 different trades. So this is going to be stop loss number 5 now. Edit label, stop loss number 5. Okay. Now for the second trade, everybody, again let's make a poll. Who wants to take stop loss number 3 and 4, and who wants to take stop loss number 5? Okay, we entered in the first trade, and the one who said stop loss number 1, you were stopped out. Stop loss number 2, if you would adjust your stop loss together with the trend line, you would be stopped out again. I mean also. And maybe some of you are saying, oh well, no, but I would put my stop loss on number 2 and I would not mess with my stop loss. Okay, so you are still safe. What about the second trade? Number 5, number 5, number 5, number 5. Can we adjust trend line before it make a higher high? No, sir. You should not. You should not, Santano. Romar 3 and 4. Hassan 3 and 4. Okay, everybody. So the question is for the ones who choose before stop loss number 2, why in the second trade are you choosing stop loss number 5? So I'm your student, everybody. If you chose stop loss number 2, why are you choosing nice stop loss number 5? I'm just asking. Akos, I would short it. No, Akos, no. Don't shorten uptrend. 3 and 4. Giuseppe 3 and 4. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Let's move. Okay, we are in the second trade. Let's see what is the market doing. And moving sideways. And finally moving up. Right? So this trade is over, everybody. We are going to cancel this trade and we are going to put this way here. So this would be the stop loss. Why is that? Because the market hit the stop loss number 1. That's why. And clone and clone and one more clone. Okay, so this is this. And stop loss number 5 and the entry is more or less the same as this one. So clone, right? We entered here. Okay, so let's see what is going to happen. The market is moving up. The market is moving up. Whoops, the market is moving down. Right, the market is sideways. And we are going to move the uptrend line. Okay, stop loss number 3 and 4. Who in here wants to move the stop loss together with the trend line? Hassan, Romar, Giuseppe, and Patak, do you want to leave your stop loss? Where is it? Or do you want to move it together with the uptrend line? What do you want to do? What do you want to do, everybody? Do you want to leave it where is it, or do you want to move it together with the uptrend line? Well, there is no right or wrong. The concept says if you are going to enter, if you are going to have your stop loss together with the uptrend line, it's just a concept, everybody. It's not a rule, but the concept says that you should adjust your stop loss together with the uptrend line. If you are not adjusting your stop loss, so what's the point, right? I would to do it, okay? I would only move it if it at least break even. I would move my original 3 and my 5. Money with uptrend, move it, I would, okay? So let's move it together. So we are here, stop loss number 3 and 4. And we are just going to clone. Just leave it here. So the market is moving, right? Moving. And everybody, so the first trade we end in profit. Congratulations, we ended profit the first trade. You risked 1, right? But you put your stop loss on the number 2, and if you wouldn't move it, everybody, if you would move your stop loss number 2 from the first trade, the market would take you out. If you would leave your stop loss from the first trade, now the market hit your take profit level. So congratulations. Okay, either way, everybody, stop loss number 3 was the safest place, right? Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what is happening again, and moving up and again. Wow. Okay, so trade number 2, the market hit your take profit. Congratulations, right? And we are waiting for the market to hit. Okay, it didn't hit almost, right? So this is the high, right? So the market didn't hit our take profit from the first trade. And then let's see, we are going to move our uptrend line, and the market is moving down. Okay, so stop loss number 3 hit. We are going to delete because we are going to repeat the exercise. This trade was a success. This trade was a success. So we're going to delete, 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 delete everything. Okay, we are just waiting for the last trade, and the market is moving down, down, and this is the uptrend line, and those are the different take profit levels from the first trade. And let me see, we have another entry here. And remember, everybody, this happens on all time frames, what we are doing here. And one more. Okay, we have an entry, and again we are going to have stop loss number 1 is going to be here somewhere. Let's color code this in red, right? The second stop loss is going to be the uptrend line, and the third is going to be, let me see if I can, no, yeah, I showed you, right? I shouldn't show you, but let's make it, I'm going to do the horizontal line. So this is going to be the stop loss number 3. Okay, so we have an entry here, right? Okay, so clone stop loss number 1 is going to be 15 pips. I want you to learn, everybody, for the one who are saying, oh, I want to have a short stop loss or a small stop loss. Okay, learn what VA is learning, thanks to Eddington, and don't confuse the risk in pips with the size of the account, everybody. You can risk 1% on stop loss number 1, you can risk 1% on stop loss number 2, and you can risk 1% on stop loss number 3. Okay, so we have the third trade, everybody. If stop loss that follows trend should take profit move 2, no sir, no sir. I mean, you can, okay, you can, Salbakti, but if you are going to move, you are never going to hit the take profit. I would put my stop loss at the previous low between 1 and 2. Okay, fair enough. One more, previous low. So we have stop loss number 2 and trend line, uptrend line, stop loss number 3, and structure, stop loss number 4. Okay, again, let's make a pool. Who wants to enter? So this is going to be stop loss number 1 is here, right? And stop loss number 2 is going to be here, different color, yellow. Stop loss number 3 is going to be here, is the uptrend line, different color. And stop loss number 4, which is structure, is going to be here. So let's make it in red. Okay, we have an entry, everybody. Who wants to put the stop loss on number 1, stop loss number 2, which is the previous low? It says Romar. And stop loss number 3 is the uptrend line, and stop loss number 4 is structure. Remember, so what is the lesson today, everybody? You need to learn that as the market is moving and as the safest place, it's always going to be the structure stop loss. We need to check on the take profit. Okay, so the easiest trade, if we are talking about take profit, the easiest trade are the one who have a short stop loss. Okay, and then of course when you widen, right, the distance from the entry to the stop loss, don't confuse the stop loss with the risk. So we are going to have different challenges. Stop loss number 3, if I'm risking 1, I want to get 2, right? And there is no right or wrong, everybody, it's your decision. But if you are going to take stop loss number 3 or stop loss number 2, you must make minimum double. If not, you are entering a bad trading habits. Okay, yeah, nobody ever, come on everybody, who would put stop? You saw the chart, right? You saw the market is going to fall and take the stop loss number 1, right? Just be honest with yourself, everybody. Who in here is in a habit, or maybe you watched a course online, or you read a book, and the book and the course is telling you, oh, the best stop loss is above or below the candlestick formation, so this is number 1. Yeah, nobody's want to choose stop loss number 1, right? Just be honest with yourself. Say, no, passion, I learned that the best stop loss level is above or below the candlestick formation. I'm showing you, everybody, that candlestick formations it's still okay, but maybe it's not the best stop loss level. Now, what you need to understand, everybody, that stop loss and take profit are going hand in hand. Okay, of course, the easiest way to stay out of the market wave is the stop loss number 4, but we have a challenge here. So is the market going to hit my take profit level, right? So any number 3, Akos number 3, Miguel number 4, Hassan number 3, Giuseppe number 3, Patak number 3, Salbakti 3, Murila number 3, Eddington number 2, VA number 3. Let's see how this is going to play out. So okay, stop loss number 1 was hit, and the market is moving up and up and sideways, right, and down, and okay, let's see. Okay, everybody, are we still in an up structure, or are we in a down structure? Now I learned, but before number 1 and 2. Yes. Thank you for being honest, VA. Okay. Are we in an up structure or are we in a down structure, everybody? This is the market. So stop loss number 1, we lost, right? The market hit the stop loss. Now number 2, whoa, it goes together with the uptrend line. Let's see what is going to happen. And moving down and down. Stop loss number 2, we were stopped out, right? Structure uptrend, trend down. Structure up, down. Okay, so everybody, when you see this, right? When you see the market was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then the market, come on, reversed and start making lower lows, lower highs, and finally lower lows. What should we do? And this is going to happen. Why is that? Because we don't have the crystal ball, everybody. This is why. This is always going to happen. Okay, so in an uptrend, right? This is the up structure, and we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then we have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And this is EuroCAD, is just an example. And like this. And then we start trading here. The market is making higher highs, higher lows, right? So from the extension we went into a retracement, and from the retracement we went to an extension again, right? But because we don't have the crystal ball, right? But there is one metric, so before we change our position we need to check, and let's put a vertical line. We need to see if the market made a higher high based on the previous high. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to delete. Close all positions. Would use values, right? Sell. No, sir. This is what I'm trying to tell you, everybody. When the market start making lower lows and lower highs, as in here, you need to check structure. Okay, so where was the structure high? This is the high, the quadrant. So even though the market started making lower lows or lower highs, this high on the right side quadrant is still a lower high. Oh, let's make it like this. Can you see, everybody? Right quadrant to left quadrant is still a lower high. Can you see, everybody? So the extension is not over yet. You need to pay attention, everybody. Okay, when the market starts to make lower lows, lower highs, before you close all positions and before you go short, everybody, you need to check structure on the left. So we are still in an extension. Yes, sir. So we should look for long opportunities. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, we are still long. And let's see if FXPassion is... Let's see if FXPassion knows what he's talking about. Okay, so this is the line. This was the entry, right? This was the entry, and stop loss. The market hit the stop loss number 1, moving sideways, the market's falling down, hit. Maybe if we are lucky, everybody, maybe the market didn't hit our stop loss number 2, okay? It depends also on the spread, so if we are lucky, no, we are not lucky anymore. So the market hit our stop loss number 2, so let's see. Stop loss number 3 would be if we would not move our stop loss with the uptrend line. So stop loss number 3 is still here and stop loss number 4 is down here. So let's see what is going to happen. The market still moving down. So this is the stop loss number 3 if we would not move it, but remember the concept. The concept is saying that we should move the stop loss together with the uptrend line. And bam! Guess where this market is going right now? Okay? And what I'm trying to teach you, everybody, still in 2 trades, right? In the first trade, the market hit our stop loss number 1. The market would hit our stop loss number 2 if we would adjust our stop loss together with the uptrend line. And in this second trade, the market hit our stop loss number 1. The market hit our stop loss number 2. And if we would follow the uptrend line, the market would also hit our stop loss number 3. Right? But because some of you are saying, no, I would enter with the stop loss below the uptrend line and then I would not move it. Okay. Either way, everybody, can you see that the safest place, so this is the lesson, the safest place, it's always going to be structure. This is the safest place. Okay. Now, of course, when we are moving up and we are entering, then we are going to have the challenge. Maybe the market is not going to stop us out, but we are going to have a challenge to earn 2. Right? So the best entries are when the retracement is over. And remember, this happens on all time frames. This happens on the 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart. EuroCAD daily chart is just an example to show you because it's quite symmetric. Okay? But either way, this is the lesson, the safest place. If you are going to trade, try to demo trade, everybody. Okay? Don't believe me? Go open a demo account and demo trade. Enter in the same area and on a demo account and put one stop loss 15 pips below the entry, right? Put another stop loss below the uptrend line and put the third stop loss below structure. Okay? Demo trade this, and in a series of 10-15 trades, look at the result. More entries long, sir? Yes, but we can very rarely use structure as stop loss. Why is that, Romar? Everybody, the daily chart is just an example. You can use structure on the 2-hour chart, 1-hour chart. You know? Example, Euro GBP 2-hour chart, everybody. Okay, Euro GBP 2-hour chart. Come on. Okay. So this is the structure on Euro GBP 2-hour chart. Extension, retracement, extension, and retracement and extension. Romar, even if you have a small account, you can put your stop loss here. This is structured on the 2-hour chart. The daily chart, Euro GBP daily chart, the daily chart is just an example, everybody. Okay, just an example. And the lesson here is this: structure low, structure high in a downtrend is the safest place. Again, you need to earn 2 if you are going to risk 1. So we have one more, right? We are still in an uptrend. There you go. So we are going to remove stop loss number 1, stop loss number 2, and okay, now this uptrend line, everybody, stays like it is until the market start making hard highs, hard lows. But what we have here, well, we have another counter trend line break or a down trend line break, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is going to be our entry, and again we are going to have stop loss number 1, which is here, stop loss number 1, which is here, and we have stop loss number 2, which is structure. We don't have an uptrend line anymore because the market broke our uptrend line, everybody. So let's make a pool. Who in here wants to enter with the stop loss number 1, and who in here wants to enter with stop loss number 2? So stop loss number 1 is here, clone up in here. We want to earn 2, right? Clone stop loss number 1, or who in here wants to enter with the stop loss number 2? Remember, there is no right or wrong. Clone. Okay, let's make a pool. Time to shine number 2, Giuseppe number 2. Can everything we have learned also be applied to exotics like? The answer is yes, Al-Bakti, but don't trade exotics, everybody. You have a crazy spread and crazy commission. Why would you trade USD Mexican peso? Why would you trade the Turkish lira? Everybody, trading is a business. Check the expenses. Number 2, number 2, number 2, Miguel, number 3. There is no number 3, Miguel. It's 1 or 2. It's 1 or 2. In this case, I will choose 2. Now the questions, everybody, you are saying to me in the classroom, oh, number 2, number 2, number 2, right? But when you are alone, are you following these rules? 2 has the best risk reward. Well, it's the same risk reward, Eddington. Stop loss number 1, we are going to risk 1 to go after 2, and stop loss number 2 is the same risk reward. We are going to King number 1. Hello King, congratulations. So let's see, everybody, what is going to happen. The market is moving up and up and sideways and up and sideways, right? And up. Congratulations, King has won a trade. But remember, King, from in the previous 2 trades, those 2 stop loss levels, these stop loss were taken out. Any number 1, you won this trade, okay, any? But remember that the previous 2 trades, the market stopped you out. Okay, it's your decision, everybody, but if you put the stop loss above or below the candlestick formations, maybe this is not the best option. The safest place is always going to be structure. Selbakti, you have 28 possible pairs to... Yes, thank you, Eddington. Trade the majors. Why would you trade exotic? There is more than enough to... Yes. Adrenaline. Yes, adrenaline rush. Maybe. Okay, let's see for the stop loss number 2. So the market moving up and down and up, you know, and down and whoops. So before we move on, we need to check. Let's make a vertical line and see if this high, everybody, is a higher high compared to the previous high. Compared to the previous high, and it is, right? Now this is the point, everybody. Let's delete, 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 delete. So stop loss number 2, everybody, before entering. So this would be a no trade for us. Why is that? Because our take profit level, look, where is our take profit level? Our take profit level is here and the previous high is here. Okay, so this would be a no trade. If you want to put your stop loss at the stop loss number 2 circle, this would be a no trade. Whoops, where are we? So this would be a no trade for us. Why is that? Because we can see that the market, when the market is going to start to make lower lows, lower highs, like in here, lower low, lower high, the market already made a higher high. Let me see if I can compress the chart. So from the right to the left, our, and this is going to be the blue arrow, our higher, we have a higher high here. Now that's a retracement, time to go short. Yes, Romer, now it's time to go short. Okay, what is the lesson here? If this would be the case, everybody, if you don't see what is happening in the future, this would be the time to cancel your order and start to go short, right? Or if you have enough data and you see that it's already happened a higher high, then this would be a no trade. Okay, maybe in some point in time the market is going to reach this level, we don't know, 1.76, but remember we are on the daily chart. Okay, 10 more minutes. Okay, quickly, so it's time to go short. We're going to delete, 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 one more, delete, 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 one more example, delete, 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 delete. Okay, so we are here, the market made a higher high, we have a confirmed retracement, and the opportunity to short the market is here. So this is extension. Now we are in a retracement, the market's making lower lows, lower highs, we have an opportunity to short the market. Okay, so we are shorting the market. Stop loss number 1, this. Stop loss number 2 is going to be this, and in a retracement the same way, the stop loss number 3 is going to be above structure. So we are shorting the market, stop loss number 1 is going to be here. Stop loss number 2 is going to be the downtrend line. Stop loss number 1, stop loss number 2, and stop loss number 3 is structure. Stop loss number 3. Okay, everybody, let's pull. Number 5. Miguel, there is no number 5. Sorry, Passion, I mean that the total return for the modest stop give the clear charts history. I know the risk were the same. Okay, yes, thank you, Eddington. Now that's a retracement. Yes, sir. Thank you, Eddington. Number 5. Thanks. This is what I was looking for. We should trade only extension while going on trend. Yes. Aqua says number 3. When will we meet again, Mr. Comarella? All the best from South. Oh, thank you, King. When the pandemic is over, I'm going to visit you, okay? Stay out of retracement, even riskier. Number 3. Nobody number 2 or number 1? Number 3, huh? So, number 3, everybody. This is 1 and this is number 2. Look what's the problem. Everybody, look what's the problem. Whoops, sorry. Where are we? Look what is the problem with the stop loss number 3, everybody. What is the problem with stop loss number 3? Look where is the take profit. See? Where is the take profit? The take profit is so far away below the structure uptrend line and the structure low. So even though this is the safest place, you are most likely never reach 2 times what you are risking. Okay? Very quickly, we are almost out of time. When this happens, everybody, you have no chance then different than to choose or stop loss number 1 or stop loss number 2. Okay? And between stop loss number 1 and stop loss number 2, which one is the second safest place? Between stop loss number 1 and stop loss number 2, which one is the best, the safest? Stop loss number 3 is out of question because we are never going to earn 2. And again, we are going against the market wave. Yes, sir, stop loss number 2. Right? So let's see, and stop loss number 1. Stop loss number 1 is here. So this is number 1 and this is the profit. So let's see what is going to happen. The market is moving up. The market almost stopped us out, moving sideways and moving sideways and falling down. And it's moving sideways and the market stopped us out on stop loss number 1, everybody. The market stopped us out, and if we would go together, right, if we would go with the trend line, the market would also stop out our stop loss with the trend line. Only if we put the stop loss above the previous high and we would stay in, the market would retrace to this level down here. And let's see if this is double or not. let's see if this is double. So stop loss number 2, this is 1, so clone, right? 1 2, where is it? Okay, second one. No, we wouldn't make it, everybody. We wouldn't make it. Okay, everybody, see you back tomorrow. Stay strong and trade with passion. This is FXPassion signing off.